Okay, so let's see how to find out. The first part is, this is lesson actually 9.4, vector calculus, just so to show. So we are working on today is the cross product. Okay, and after cross product, we will see then scalar triple product. So there are problems which helps to find the volume of parallelepiped. Okay, there it is already right here, those two charts. Okay, so we'll go one at a time. The first one, if you see, is okay. First question number one. It says find the cross product of the given vector. So your given vector, what is the first vector is in the component form. Is that correct? That's the first one. And the second one, B bar, is like how you have those. I use over here W and V. Okay, so that's what they gave you. Can you see this? A1, A2, A3. This one. There's one slight mistake. This is the A1, the first one, A2. I made a mistake here. And this is B1, B2, and B3. Okay. So this is the first one and the second one. So you have A1, A2, A3. That one. The second one is 2, 9, and 2. Agree? All you do is cross product basically means, if you see again I repeat, it's just a green vector, that's the green vector, which is orthogonal. So the word I use, orthogonal, also means perpendicular. So this is the vector, green is perpendicular. Can you see 90 degrees here? And this is 90. So it's like both perpendicular to the blue one and the black one. And the definition says, so there are two things. The definition says is, you just take the magnitude of both and sine theta, and then multiply by a kind of a vector which is this one. So there's a unit vector here along this, which is 1, that's called n cap. So kind of lot of details are there, and its magnitude, this magnitude. Oh, here I already showed it to you also. It's the same thing, but this is going a little beyond. We'll see that after. First, we'll do only robotic way of doing. So the first thing is, okay, this is A1, A2, A3, correct? What is this? B1, B2, B3. Got it? That one? So, cross product of A and B is A cross B. So this is the notation. This basically without multiplication, that this sign is called cross. That's all it is. It doesn't mean actual multiplication at all. It's just the symbol to make that you're crossing. It's like you're crossing. See? So if you see there's in the component form is like this one, you're just crossing. Nathali? Welcome. Okay, so let's write down. So we are going to use the determinants. So put up two lines. Can you put up two lines like this? So little kind of get used to this writing. So the first one is A1. Oh, sorry. What do we put here right here? What's that? This is always IJK. That's always IJK. You have to put I, J, and remember this vector that we show is in the component form. We could put in the IJK form also. It's like minus I plus 5J minus 3K. The next one is like 2R minus 9J plus 2K. So two different ways representing the same thing. So because we want to write cross product in the IJK form, we put IJK right there. So what are the next number, Bianca, I should write?
-9, 5, -.
Very good. So you already know. So now the work is just robotic work. There is nothing like a conceptual understanding. Just doing the work. And the other one is
2, 9, 2.
2 minus 9, right? So do you remember yesterday what we did? You click the ruler. Yeah. Of course the formula is right. You can see that. If you get confused, it's right here. So you start with the first one and then you choose this 4, right? Remember that? I used to keep a ruler and then middle one. So if I
Why
want
is
to,
it -9?
Yes, it's
oh, it's just a 9.
Yeah.
Okay. So this becomes equals to what? I, then put two lines, or you can skip also. You could do directly. You can just use. If you want to avoid this, we can avoid this also. But in the first problem, let's write down this 5 right here, this minus 3, and this 9 and 2. Do you agree? Yes or no? Okay, the next one, Valerie, what should I write?
It'd be minus j,
Minus j, and then
and then it would be minus 9, minus 3, and then 2, 2.
very good. So you already know what to do, right? Misael agree? And the last one is, now this is the last time we'll write these two lines, okay? Then now we should be straight writing fast without even doing that extra work. So the last one is no, but I have to put k, right?
Yeah,
So in the formula that k, so k times,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
and then the 2 lines. This time, what are you blocking?
The last one.
Yeah, the first row and the last column, and then you
Negative
just
9, 5, 2, 9.
minus. You mean to say minus 9,
Yeah.
and then
2,
5.
9.
Oh, you're saying down. Okay, 2. Is that okay? And the rest is just doing little work. Cross product. Cross product. Remember this? So you want a calculator? You can use calculator quickly so that we get the answers. So 5 times 2 minus that. How much is that? So this is 5 times 2 is 10, and minus, and then 9 times 3 is 20. So there's a minus here. So 2 negative will. Well, let's write that step now. Is that okay? Am I making correct? So minus j, then again multiply. This will give you minus 18. The formula is minus, and then you multiply this to is minus 6. Agree? Plus k, and then this time you do minus 81 minus. Is that okay? So 2 negative will make it positive. So this will be plus, this will be plus, and then 37 I think. So this is I, so if I write I times 37 is same as writing 37I. And I want to write as I cap. You know, I cap actually it is the unit vector type. So over here you may not write it, but at the end I want to write, okay, it is 37 I cap, correct? Okay. So I cap basically it's a tiny vector with a distance of 1 unit. That's all that means. Got it? It's like a number 1 with that direction. Then what about here? This is minus 18 and plus 6. Is it minus 12 there? And that minus 12 is there another minus here. That will make it plus 12 and j cap. And then finally minus 9, 81 and 10 minus 91, right? And cap. And done. See, that's all they're asking you. And just imagine if the question was asked, hey, can you find the magnitude of this? So there's another I want you to add. What is the magnitude of this vector? So what is the magnitude of this vector cross product? So you got a new vector. So this is like a new vector, which is A cross B is, I can even assign some other name to it. Maybe cross product start with C, so I can write C, see? You just give a name to this. So this is like a new vector, C cross. Okay. Did you get everything? Okay. So suppose the question, they didn't ask us, did they ask you? No. So it's like you're asking what is the length of this green one? That's all they're asking you, correct? The geometrical, there's a geometry here. So 2 vectors, when you work out, basically you get something where you want to know also what is how high is that vector, which is basically perpendicular to A bar and B bar. You want to find a vector of this one A cross B. Right now, it is nothing but you just do square. It's the extension of what you know already for the 2-dimensional. Remember? So the one I was showing here, if you know that, you just have to square it. So when you want to find the magnitude of this, you just have to square this 37, put a 37. Then what else? 12. Can you see? And the other one is, you're done. You just square it. Did you get it? And now I know this is even I can't do this. You have to use calculator, right? So you just find out what is that A cross B. Can you use your 4 calculator and quickly tell me what is that going to be? I want keep the square root as it is, okay? So 37 is. So the goal is whatever that magnitude, the answer that you get. My main thing is to show, hey, that's one vector, and there's another vector here, and you found the. So far so good, you got it, right? They did not ask this question, but my aim is, what if they had to ask in another problem? Which is, okay, we want to know, okay, this is that vector, which is, this is A and this is B, and now you know this is A cross B. You also want to know how much is this distance. And that is nothing but, the beautiful thing is, it's the same as figuring out what is the area of this. Can you see that thing? So because of those two vectors, there's a parallelogram getting formed. So question is,
98.96.
what did you get?
98.96.
Oh, the final answer, 98 point?
96.
Okay, I'll just keep it, of course they did not ask, because point I'm making is, this green color, that's the height of the vector, got it? So this 98.6 is just the height of the vector. So, just imagine if these are two vectors. Can you see these two vectors in my hand? Can you see? So that green thing is like this. Can you see? So it is perpendicular to the first one, and it is perpendicular to the second one. Got it? So that's all it is. And so when we are writing, we say it is nothing but the wall area. Can you write down area of parallelogram? So whatever the magnitude of the cross product, that actually represents the, can you see this, the green color? That's the area. That value represents. And now you may question how did that work? I'll just give you a shortcut. Watch this. See, this is W vector. There is a blue and the black vector. You can create a parallelogram. We know the area of a parallelogram is base times height, but from trigonometry, this height that is shown, it is opposite to the, it is opposite to the angle, correct? Opposite, and opposite means sine is opposite of a hypotenuse. So shortcut, directly I wrote hypotenuse times sine. That's that. So you know the base, you know the height, and the area of the base is just the same thing in symbolic form. So this blue color is the magnitude, and this part I got it from here. And finally, the beginning, the cross product definition is, because the dot product was using cosine, they try to use this definition. Can you see? Just to get the area of the parallelogram. You can see they got this. So they got the area of the parallelogram, and which is the magnitude of the cross, the blue one. Can you see? That's the green one. So this basically represents the area of the parallelogram, and then they define it like A cross B. And the height, okay, this part I cannot come into that. Only that part I wanted to show. Make sure we understand this. And so basically this is the area of the parallelogram formed by A bar. Got it? If you look at the second question, second question is slightly tricky there. It says AB, look at this, they gave you coordinates. So you are given the coordinates of is -6, -2, and 6. B is -5, -3. C is 8, 7, -6. And D is -5, -4, -4. So these are not the vectors. I hope I did not lose you guys. These are not vectors, they are the coordinates, okay? So the question is asked like this. See, what is AB and cross CD? They asked this, right? Do you see that? So now, in order to apply this formula I, J, and K, we need to write something here and something there, correct? So what goes there is AB, but we have to find AB here. So how do you find vector A to B? Is all you do is subtract, like look at this. So if I want to find AB, so there are two parts. The top part A, vector AB from previous lesson, it is nothing but it is like x1, y1, z1, this is like x2, y2, z2. You just subtract -5. The first one is what? So you subtract this minus this, got it? So you just subtract. We did this, but you forgot. So how do you write it? -5 minus of -6. How much is that? So this vector is in the component form is -5 minus -6. Is it negative? See, like be careful. You're just subtracting them. Okay. Then the second one. What is the second one?
-2.
So this -5.
Follows first.
Yeah, this goes first. That's how it is. So if you are going from A to B, you have to subtract this first. So it is like x2 minus x1. So the vector. Then y2. So then the next one is y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1. Last week we did this and we forgot. See. So anyway, but I'm just writing that again. So this is like y2 minus what? Correct? The next is what?
-3.
This one. This is -3, correct? So -3 minus, then you are using this one. I'm using triangle there, see? So this triangle -3 -6. Is that okay? Or you can do mentally. We are supposed to do mental maths here. Okay? What you have to do is don't do all that work. Just say, okay, you want to go from A to B. So -5 minus of -6. Do mental maths and you get 1, correct? Yes or no? Then what about the next one? -5 minus of this, which is, can you tell me quickly? How much is that? This will be plus, right?
The other one 2.
2 or 3?
3. No, 1 in.
-3, right?
Oh, never mind.
And then the last one?
-9.
Oh yeah, -9. So you already know, right? So this part, this is the new one, the new vector. So instead of, you see the difference between the first problem and the second problem? In the first problem, they gave you directly one vector, right? Remember this? They gave you something like that? Just watch this. Did they give you A? So now, instead of that, they gave A to be a vector, right? You have to do one step extra. Not only this now, so these numbers, so these numbers, -9, so these numbers go right here. Is that okay? Now how to get the other ones? So now, next is you have to, because there's a CD, right? So you need to know CD. So CD, so how do I do that? So let's start with this minus this, got it? How much? Do mental maths, don't do no work, don't write. Just do mental math. What is -5 minus 8?
-13.
Yes, -13, correct. Correct. Then what about this one and this one now? -4 minus 7.
11.
negative 11. Okay? See how it is, you're supposed to do direct shortcut. And then negative 1 minus of minus 6. Be careful there.
5.
Yeah, plus 5. Very good. Got it? You understood what's happening? It's like skipping some steps. And you just put these numbers here, negative 13, negative 11, and 5. And the rest is we should be able to do directly now. What is the direct? Can we do directly without the formula? Remember the formula is there already. I don't want you to use this all the time. Now we shall ahead and we can go directly and say, okay, just block and think that you start with I know it is. If you get confused, you write that step, okay? But I want you to be independent of that and say, okay, we start with I. So let's put I here. And some number has to be in the beginning. And then you just do this again, mental math. So negative 3 times 5 is negative 50.
Yeah.
Or it's better to write it one step. I think without doing that, using that, we can just say, okay, I'll just put a kind of with your marker, not marker, with your pencil to show. This is how much?
Negative 15.
Negative 15 minus, and this is how much?
99.
This minus is by default from the formula, and that's 99, agree? And then I get, correct? So if you want, you write, okay, it is I times, right? It is I times. Star means multiplication. Then what else? Remember the formula? Minus 3. Then, can we do shortcut? So this is over, right? Now you have to do like what do we do? Yeah, a lot of hard numbers. So they give us kind of hard
5
numbers.
minus.
5 minus. Yeah, we can't do mental math. Can make mistake here. But let's try. 9 times 3 is 27. 2 stays. 9 times 1 is 9. Is it correct? You can check. Okay. And the last one is k into what?
1 times negative 11.
1 times negative 11 and negative 13. Or yeah. Yeah.
So that's,
Negative 11.
So this time you take this off and you just do this, right?
Yeah.
So 11 minus of this two negative makes it positive 39, correct?
And this isn't negative 11.
Yes, that's negative 11. Perfect. You're getting it now? At least, see, if you don't understand too much of, there's so much maths there, but at least you should know, okay, at least you know to use the determinant to figure out the vector perpendicular to both of them. And then finally this is 99, this is negative 144, I think, just not 14, right? So 14i, is that okay? Then this will be, help me, this is going to be minus, if you take away 5 from 17 is 112, well there's minus here, so this will become 112j, and finally 30, 40, 50, there's minus going to 50k, and done, got it? If the same question was asked in addition, I'm just saying, this is not asked, just remember if they had to ask, what is the volume of the, can you write this question at the bottom there? I know there's not enough room, but still. If they had to ask, what is the volume of the parallelepiped, now that box is called parallelepiped. If there's another vector, so they gave you another vector c bar, and that c bar is maybe, I'll just take an easy number 1, 2, and 3, just to, I'm just making my own problem here. Just imagine it's like this. You already got the okay, can you copy first? If there are any mistakes in what I did, don't worry about it. You can always check it later on. For me, that's not important. For me, hey, do you know the process? Okay, Priyanka?
Yes.
So don't worry about too much of those you can confirm at home. But right now, okay, how do we do? Okay, that's the one. How you do CD? Then you use the thing. That's the process. The process is important right now. So I'm putting an additional question for this. What is the volume of the parallelepiped? Like just think of this one. Just think that this was like your AB, the one that is the first one. This is like that AB. This is like the vector blue color. This is the black color. This is what I'm talking about. There's a blue color vector which you got as 1 minus 3 minus 9. Got it? Then there is a black color that is this now. What happened? Not working?
No, your battery is gone. 20%.
Ooh. Can you get that thing here? Yeah, get it here and I'll get the thing to put. Put it there. Did it stop? No.
No, I didn't.
Are you guys with me so far? Yesterday was confusion, at least now I really want you to get.
Yeah.
So all you do here is, watch this, the trick is like this. So again I repeat, okay? So you have these two vectors in the formula, in the chart that you see, this is like your W vector, okay? The blue one. This is the black one, can you see? So what we did get is whatever that we got here. This is like that the blue cross V. Do you see that? W cross V. Do you see that? That's the green one. So remember, this is what the first one, the second one, the green one, and now I gave you another one. This one, C. That is like the orange one. Let me use the orange color. So let's call not C. Can you write it like U? Because in the formula it is U, that's why. So this vector is 1, 2, and 3. All you do is, look at the formula for the volume. So the area that you already know, it is just the magnitude of that. See this part, this is the magnitude. But the height of the parallelepiped, because it is a vertical, it is the magnitude of the hypotenuse. It's the hypotenuse times the sine of the angle. What is sine theta means? Opposite over hypotenuse, right? We know from school days. Then sine theta, the opposite is the height, correct? H. I'll put it like an H. What is the hypotenuse? Is the black vector, but it's the magnitude of the black vector, got it? So you kind of multiplying both the side by the black, the orange one. See? Can you see? It's just because the letter you are confused. It's kind of some distance, maybe 5, 6, I don't know. So that's the height of the parallelogram. Do you see that? So it is the it is the one that I click here. It is. No, what I'm doing. The height of the parallelepiped, not the. I confuse you. This is for the green part. Okay, that is taken care. We already know that part. I was trying to say how high is this box. Can you see how high is the box? This is the dotted part. This is how high is the box. It's like how high is the classroom. Only thing it is pushed. Classroom is straight. Can you see the vertical? But just imagine the wall was like this kind of thing. You know, slanting. The wall, all the walls are like that. So it's like bending. So that's how that you. So this is given to you here. This is given. So because of this, what does the orange color does is it has a projection over here. Can you see this projection? This dotted and this dotted is the same. Got it? And there is separate angle alpha. Dot. This is theta. That is alpha. And this alpha, this is the adjacent to the angle. Because it is adjacent to the angle, it is the hypotenuse times cosine of the. Always remember the trick is the one that it touches, you use cosine. And the one that is this part, this could be opposite, will be sine kind of a thing. Like in this in this part, look at this. When we were doing here, I remember telling you dot product. This is the projection that we. This part is whatever the magnitude. Cause if you get confused, don't worry. Finally, what I'm doing is I want to show is the volume is you just use the first one, whatever that you think given, and dot product to the green one. This is actually the green one. Can you see this part? So all you do is the green one and the orange one. So if once you get this, the formula is like this: the volume of parallelepiped PED is you take the dot product of U bar. So the U bar, the orange one, take a dot product with the one that we got here. This part, see this one. So this is that AB cross CD. So in other words, the formula in the formula, the formula is like this: U bar dot W cross the V bar, the black one. This is cross and the black one. So what did we get here is, I'm just, okay, my question is, until here you understood, right? Did you get this part until here? Now you're getting a little confused, I can see. Is suddenly I'm making, okay, what if there was, it's like, okay, what did we get is, I just want to show this. These two vectors are here, agree? This vector is which one now? AB and one is AB and the other one is what? CD. What we did is we took a cross of this. When you talk say cross product, you found this one now. Got it? Make sense? That is that. Now suddenly I gave you another vector which is C. Can you see 1, 2, 3? It's something like, okay, this vector is something like this. Can you see? Using this, you can create a box. There, the box is created already for you. I can't do it here. You can do it at home if you want. You can keep like this. There is something, and you can go on creating exactly like what I did. Got it? You can create a box out of it. So my point is if you once you know this, you take a dot product of the ruler, this ruler, the U, and this one. Now your question is, oh, Rebella, we forgot what is the dot product. So just in case you forgot the dot product, remember the trick. If the vector is A1, B1, C1, and the other one is A2, B2, C2, the dot product theorem says you just have to multiply this. What are the one? A1, A2. Then what else?
B1, B2, C1, C2.
Got it? It's not difficult. If you go home and watch the notes, you'll understand what I'm talking about. All you do is you just take the dot product of that and that. Got it? So the goal is, instead of doing manually, you just have to take another one like this. Can you see this? So all you do is put this 1, 2, 3 here. Instead of IJK, what are you doing? 1, 2, 3. No more IJK. What did I do? 1, 2, 3. The rest stays the same. What is the rest? 1, minus 3, minus 9, minus 13, minus 11, and 5. Got it? So if you understand that, that will be so great. Again, I am repeating one more time. Remember that the formula is right here. Volume of parallelepiped is U dot, and this part. This is like a formula. Okay? And why it is there, I also try to write base area times the height. I even put that base area means this part, and the area of the height is this because of the, see this part? This is where you may get confused, but if you get it, that's fine. If you get confused, then it is directly you can do. So this means there is a vector U, you put there and dot. This is like the definition of dot products. So many of you forgot what is the dot product definition is. If we have A bar, dot B bar, it is A bar, and that's the definition of the dot product. Do you remember that? Long back, we did last week and we forget. And I'm using going backwards. So if this was given, you go backwards. So this is like one vector, this is another, this is like A, this is B, and then there is a cosine, so you directly do that. A dot, got it? So basically what you're doing is you're just using this determinant and getting the answer. And you can do quickly one times. Now because the numbers are too big, I don't want to go, we'll go directly to the last page, I'll show you where it is. We'll take one problem where to find the volume of it. These numbers are 13, 11, they are creating as a problem. Did you get something at least? And the problem is, go to the last page, can you go to the last, find it. So easy, and you'll say, oh Rebello, this is the most easiest thing what I'm saying. So not difficult. We gave you question number 11. Go to 11. So your first is given is minus 6, 4 minus 9. Do you have this, yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes.
So all you do is what you do is the volume is just put those numbers. What are the numbers? Minus 6, 4, minus 9, 2, minus 5, 8, 0, minus 4, 8. Done. See? So simple. Nobody say yes.
Yes.
Little work. Now I don't know why stupid these people are, whoever it is, why they had to give so, 8, They could have created a simple number like, okay, 1, minus 2, some numbers, So how do we do this is, help me. So this minus 6 times, can you help me, tell me directly? Then I have to take. I'm going to use this number, these are the main numbers. These are like IJK, remember in the formula it's like IJK? That's minus 6.
Negative 5 minus times 8. For 6?
Can you do directly or tell me what it is? 40?
Yeah.
And then minus? Correct? 32. Got it, right? I'm going fast because of the time. I want to make sure that you get this. Before you go leave the class, no matter what is volume of a parallelepiped, we should be using the scalar triple product. And this is that I was talking about, scalar triple. Now triple because there are 3 vectors. That's the only reason triple. And scalar basically means the final answer is a number. It is a number, it is not a vector. So you do that, and what else? Plus the minus, what do I write here? It's plus 4. What should I put here?
Minus.
Got it? I think now you're kind of getting that. Sometimes, actually, there's so much depth if you understand it. I know if you get that concept of why is like that, then it makes more sense also. But most of the students say, okay, just tell me Rebello what the formula. That's it. University, what they say, student, these are the assignment. Go on the whatever the software and just get the answer. So negative 4 and what is this? 2 times 8 is 16 minus 0, correct? Because the moment you have a 0, that's a good news. Nobody saying yes, it's okay. They don't like me. Then that's minus 9, and then again you multiply this and this, right? So 2 times negative 8 minus 0. Agree? So what do you get then for? Oh my God. This is plus and you 32, I think it is 8, but negative, this whole thing is going to be negative 8. And you multiply this, you get 48. Can you help me? Am I right or wrong? I don't know. This is 64, and that minus plus 72, agree?
16.
I mean, 16 times 4 is 64, right?
Yeah.
And then you add 48 and 72, 0, 1, 8, 12, and then you take away 64. So this will be 6, this will be 11, 5. Do you get 56? And this is cubic units, like cubic because it's a volume, and we don't know what is the length, like inches, centimeters. Just kind of, did you get this? Little, right? So simple. Everybody likes the formula. The question is why this formula exists outside. I'm gonna make this video. I did not make on that why this formula, but I tried to show why this one. That's what I already posted. You can see there why the hell this formula exists.
But you get 48.
I may have made a mistake. I don't. I'm just doing far. Oh, that should be. It should be what?
It should be -8.
Yeah, this should be -8, right? And then finally it is 56. Right? No?
No.
Oh, what's happening? This is positive 32, so you get -8, right?
80 has -64.
Oh, this is 40. So,
Okay, yeah, so that was 48. I was reading the top one.
so I hope you got something. So what you can do, try those problems. I know that maybe some of them you're confused. At least 5, 6 are straight away. When they talk about area of the triangle, look at that. You just have to take the magnitude. After, can you take a note of this? Watch this. 5, 6. First you do the cross product. Means what? You do the thing first, like you do all that I, J, K, okay? And you get something in I, something in J, something in K, right? Let's call it as P, Q, R. And when they are asking you then they are asking you a triangle, that's a vector like this, and they are asking you this part. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Basically, it is the half of the parallelogram. Can you see? So all you do is you first find you square this, do that, because that's the distance, whatever that you get is the area of the parallelogram, and then take half of it because triangle is half of the parallelogram. So the little tricky question. We'll see how. Tomorrow we'll do more on this. And we are done. Monday we have to do last topics on polar coordinates. Okay. So have a good one and try this. Thank you.
I'm Mr.
Jocelyn is so hungry, right, Jocelyn?